What's up, everyone? Welcome to the main issues. I am Al Taylor, also known as the Act 24, here with the
DJ
one,
Williams.
the only, the greatest, the Dragonborn, DJ Williams.
Hey, you killing me with the intro, man. What's up, man?
We got a great show for you today, or pretty great. Our top story is kind of a sad one. A school resource officer resigns after body cam shows use of force against an 11-year-old student. A girl, in fact. Also, a transgender athlete defends her victory after fellow cyclists and Donald Trump complain. But then we got Call of Duty Warfare is out, and it's crashing on Xbox One X consoles. And also, we've seen the Watchmen series. First episode of the Watchmen series came out. And also Dolemite. My Name is Dolemite on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
From Eddie Murphy. And yeah, I think that's enough. That'll do it for us. So, off to the races. About this school resource officer.
Yeah, so I saw the clip. You saw the clip.
Yep.
Way too far. Blatant use of excessive force. Like, I don't know whether that was the principal or the teacher telling you to stop. It's not that serious.
Mm-hmm.
You just keep going and going. Just to find out the girl took an extra milk.
Extra milk. Extra milk from lunch.
Milk.
Yes.
The girl got slammed for some milk. Come on, man. It's just too much.
Yeah, and all she was doing in the video, you can clearly see, and this is pristine footage. Like this, there is, I don't think much of any ambiguity at all. No, it's obvious.
Okay.
Yeah, basically, it's obvious what's going on there. The officer had his body cam on, and also there was camera footage from outside. Where we can, it flips to the camera footage from outside after a certain point, and the only footage I see, all the footage seems to be the same, because I guess once he was tackling her to the ground, probably
pretty useless at that
it's probably pretty useless. But
yeah, 11-year-old girl, man, come on, that's unnecessary for a small 11-year-old girl at that. It wasn't like she looked like she was the Incredible Hulk or something. Shoot, that girl was small.
Right, and his excuse for doing it,
but she was stronger than him. You seen that's what he said. But she was strong. She was stronger than me.
Oh yeah.
Man,
what?
Don't tell nobody else
that.
11-year-old girl overpowered you. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's just like where do you get off saying that? And he was completely rude. He was not even trying to hear what she had to say. At one point in the video, he was telling her to do something that she physically couldn't do because he was on top of her, holding her in place. He's like, roll over or whatever. She's like, I can't.
Yeah,
I can't because
like,
you're on top of me. I'm trying to. I will do what you're telling me to do, but I can't.
And she's crying and everything. Like, oh,
yes.
Man. Way too much.
Yes. Saying that you're hurting me. You're hurting me. Like, what else do you need to be said? And you even have another staff member coming out trying to calm you down, telling you that there is no threat going on there. She is not a threat to you or anybody else. Just let her go. And the officer says that we're past that. we're past that. When did we get past that?
Yeah, how did we get
we're past that now?
She don't got no knife. She ain't got no scissors. She ain't got no pencil or pen. Like,
nothing.
You just, man.
Nothing. And I was going to say before, in the video, what prompts him to say, oh, I've had enough of this, you're done, is what he says after the girl brushes past the principal, and I think it said in the video that you don't shove him, you can't shove him, and all she did was brush past them because he was in the way, and technically he can't stop her.
No, he can't.
From walking out. He can't stop her. So there was really no wrongdoing on her part besides
taking the extra milk. But I mean, hey, we gonna press charges for milk.
Yeah.
But it's like 50
yeah,
cents.
What you gonna do? Yeah. You need to tackle somebody to the ground and put him. I guess he was trying to put her in cuffs. I can't tell what he was trying to do.
I saw enough personally.
Exactly.
Like you said, I don't know where he was going with that.
Exactly. Yeah. In how many times you need to be told that you're going too far before you stop.
Too much.
And he gets to resign, apparently.
They always let these people resign. Always.
What is this resign stuff? Where is prosecuted? Where is fired? Where is
definitely
fired? This is
fired.
A fireable offense. It's gotta be. If it's not, what is?
Slamming a little girl with some milk. She's 11 years old. She's supposed to drink milk.
Right. And you're supposed to be there to protect them. And this is what you're doing with your time.
Clearly he doesn't have enough to do at that school, so maybe they should send him to one of the Florida schools. He'd probably feel a lot more comfortable there. Plenty of people for you to tackle there. You gonna feel like what's Bruce Willis' character in Die Hard? You gonna feel like John McClane then.
Yeah.
Go right on the head. Send him there. He'll be all right.
Yeah, and it's I hate even bringing it up, but I feel like it must be brought up. This is a white cop, black kid.
Right.
And
which I don't even though that's perfectly true, but you can't even say this is a white cop, black suspect thing because cops in general have been going fucking overboard lately.
Yes.
Like, oh my God.
Yes.
What's going on?
Yeah, but what I really like about this story is the race thing isn't
an issue.
Isn't the main issue in this article. In fact, it's hardly even brought up, and I think that's a great thing because this is not about that
at all.
This is about what the title says. Body cam shows use of force against an 11-year-old student. You don't have to go any way past that. Anything else, it's horrible. It's horrible either way, and it needs to stop because these cops are getting ridiculous. It's happening all the time. It's being reported all the time. You think the body cams would stop them from doing these kinds of things? Like I don't see where the thought process goes in. I know I got this body cam going, but I feel like in this situation I need to do this right now.
I don't think they remember it's there. At least he clearly didn't. Either that, he just didn't care.
Yeah, it seemed like he was very emotional. I don't know if he had something else going on.
Must have had a rough
from
day.
Behind the scenes, but
Probably had a bad day.
Yeah. Must have been, but you don't take that out on an 11-year-old girl. But anyway, moving on. Transgender athlete defends her victory after fellow cyclist and Donald Trump Jr. complain. I don't think I said Jr. before. It was Donald Trump Jr. who is complaining about this.
Is it ever Donald Trump Sr.?
I mean,
it's never Sr.
I mean, it often is.
No, it isn't the president Donald Trump Jr.?
No, Donald Trump Jr. is. There's.
You sure?
Yeah,
okay.
his
You know
son
what?
is Donald Trump
I'm mixing
Jr.
up the Trumps with the Bushes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah, my mistake.
Yeah,
my mistake.
that's what it is.
My mistake.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been touched on for a while. This is not the first incident with a transgender athlete, but I hate to say it, man, but I really don't think transgender female or quote unquote male to female transgender people should be allowed to compete against women in sports. It's too much of a strength difference.
Yeah.
You can't. Studies show that, what's the word? Hormone treatment doesn't change that much physical ability. And naturally, men are just stronger than women. Not saying that there aren't some people who, of course, break that, but overall, it's usually going to go that way. So you can't put athletic man in a group with athletic women. It's not going to be fair. And even if you make it, matter of fact, I think I don't know whether it was one of the cyclists or one of the sprinters who was in another issue with the same kind of thing, mentioned that if this keeps going, there's going to be co-ed sports and there's going to be male sports, but there won't be any more women's sports. Because at the end of the day, the women are the ones who are going to lose.
Man, that is very... I mean, feels hard to say, but I guess that is very true. When you put those
women are going to be the ones who lose. My mistake. I'm sorry.
Yes.
They make that clear.
Is that even clear? Do they call them? Is it okay to say that it's biological women,
cis women, and they're going to be
okay?
The ones who lose.
Yeah, because I mean I don't know all of the lingo.
I know because I've had to know because of something that happened at a previous job that I'm not going to touch on. But yeah. So I ain't gonna say I had to know, but it was
very helpful for you. To be aware.
Hey, the world is changing. There's no reason to not learn what's going on around you. That's how I feel about it. So, but yeah. I don't think. I mean, if anything, there should be the transgender section for these sports. I mean, if this is the route we're going, might as well.
Where only transgender people
can compete against each other. Because either way you look at it, it's not fair for a transgender
male to female. Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm gonna stumble over this lingo. But it's not fair for a transgender female to compete against regular female, and it's not fair for a transgender male to compete against bio males, because again, that hormone therapy doesn't change that much of your natural ability, so you're still going to be outclassed by majority of those men if you get into the field. And I don't want to see, whether you change your gender or not, I don't want to see a woman getting beat up by a man.
Right.
I don't want to see that. I don't like seeing that when it happens any other time. So I don't want to see that.
Yeah. Why would anybody want to see that?
Well, people want to see everything these days, but I don't want to see that.
And the only reason it's an issue right now that it's being complained about is because she is dominating this cyclist,
and they all do. All do. Every one of these, there's a sprinter, an MMA fighter, a wrestler. They always dominate. And explain to me why. Because, like I said, hormone therapy does not. And this is nothing coming from me because I'm not a scientist, but this is stuff I've been reading. So it's not. I'm sorry, you just can't change it. You could train as much as you want. It's not going to make that. It's not going to fix that.
Yeah, because that's why
They're
men,
separated in the first place.
yeah, that's why men and women are separated in the first place in sports. In most things, I think the only thing this doesn't really count, but like American Ninja Warrior is like the only place I see where it's like men and
Japanese
women. Excuse me?
They separate them in the Japanese one. American Ninja Warrior is originally Japanese, but in the regular Ninja Warrior, the women are separated from the men. Granted, the women can compete in the regular one, but there's a different one for women, which is still hard as hell.
Yeah, I didn't know that, but
yeah, it's toned down very slightly, but it's still almost. I think only because in Japan because even when you win American Ninja Warrior, they got to go to the real Ninja Warrior and do it again. We haven't won yet.
Oh yeah.
Right. Well, no, I think one guy did win. I think one American did win, and I mean one, and it's been over dozens.
Oh, okay. Okay, I do recall that now. It's been a while since I watched.
Yeah, me and my little sister used to love American Ninja Warrior, which I still like it. I just don't catch it all the time. I said American Ninja Warrior. I meant the original Ninja Warrior.
Okay.
But I think at the time when they started bringing it here, only 4 or 5 Japanese people have beaten it. So it is nothing easy. And even then, they change it every year.
Yeah.
So if you beat it last year, don't mean you're going to beat it next year.
Right. So, but it's nice to see men and women in the American version like competing.
I agree.
With each other, and it's kind of. I feel like with the way the competition is set up, it's kind of fair because I mean, both genders are adept to do those kinds of things for the most part. Like the real advantages you get from that usually come from like size differences and things like that. I feel like if women
are probably excelling in that part.
Exactly, because if you're smaller and lighter, well, just lighter really that can help out a lot.
Yes.
And the ones who do well, I feel like a lot of them are little short things.
Yeah, usually small. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Man, I mean, you got me wanting to watch that now.
Yeah.
Did you see I don't know if they did it in the American one. Did you see I don't know what they call it, but it's like these, obviously they aren't actual light bulbs, but it's like these little light bulbs that are hung upside down. They have to climb, grabbing just the little light bulbs thing. They look exactly like light bulbs. I'm pretty sure they're not made of glass because you got to grab them and hold on to them. But yeah, it's like a whole, like almost like a monkey bars, but it's these little light bulb shaped things.
Huh.
Man, that thing look hard as hell.
And they just do it like it's nothing.
No, they don't do it like it's nothing. It's just part of the obstacle.
Well, I say that because I am thoroughly impressed when I'm watching that. Yeah.
Ninja Warrior is crazy.
It's just it's great to see people competing at like the highest level. Especially when it gets down to the end, when you got all the people who were like really serious about this and practice all year, every year. People practice for this like the Olympics.
Yeah, they make them in their backyard.
Yeah,
a lot of people who win have made their own in their backyard.
Yeah,
wow.
Way off the topic. I guess it's still off the top. It's still on the topic. I didn't talk about my thoughts as much about it, but I feel about the same way. It's just not. It's not fair. Like it's science.
Yeah,
it'd be different if it wasn't science behind this argument that it may not be fair, and maybe they can. I don't know what you can do, like to change it where they could still compete, but I don't know. They have some kind of handicap put on them or something. I don't know, but if you're doing that, then what's the point of them competing in those competitions?
That's a good point. Yeah, handicap. Like what would they do?
I mean,
Put some
for a
weight-
for a
put weighted vests
cycle
on 'em.
for a cyclist, start them further down the line
Yeah.
or something, or have like a 3-second head start or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Well, yeah. And another thing, they're breaking records
Oh,
right out of the gate.
they're breaking the female record.
Exactly, yeah.
That's
See?
See, it just
More so proving my point.
it just doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
It-
I'm all for, gender equality and all of that, but I think when it comes to this, everybody has to have their own thing. Hell, you can have a transgender female and transgender male section, but I don't think they need to compete with cisgenders.
Yeah.
At least as far as this goes. I mean, yeah, they don't need to compete with cisgenders. It's not fair for anybody.
Yeah.
Because these controversies are just going to keep happening. And the last thing that any athletes wants to do is to bust their ass to get somewhere and then tell somebody and have somebody tell them, yeah, we can't give you this victory because of such and such.
Right.
No, I don't want to hear no excuses.
Yeah. I completely agree with that. And like you said, it's important to note that we don't have any issues with people being transgender. I think it's a wonderful thing that, science has come along so far that if you truly feel like you do not fit in the gender that you were assigned, you can do something about it.
Yeah.
And these are very serious decisions. There's not a man sitting around thinking like, if I completely change my gender to female, I could dominate in sports, in women's sports. Nobody is doing it for that. Maybe Eric Cartman would do it. But
that did happen
that,
in the episode, didn't it?
He pretended to be handicapped to compete in the Special Olympics.
Oh, okay. Wait a minute. No, he did pretend to be transgender. Oh, but it was so he could get his own bathroom. It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't for sports. But yeah, he did also.
South Park, this idea is copywritten. So if y'all get any ideas, we want my money.
Yeah, because it could be like a continuation of that whole thing. Yeah. Dang, they probably gonna do it now. They're gonna do it now. They might do it this season, and we gonna be like, we called it. Yeah, because they're extremely topical.
Yeah. The China thing, man. That China thing was funny.
Yeah. While we're talking about it on this show, they're talking about it as well, and bringing and I love that they do that. They bring light to subjects that people may completely be oblivious to, but they're watching this comedy cartoon show and end up maybe learning something about what's going on in the world.
Yep.
Without even realizing. They do it all the time, and they do it very well, and they're going to continue to do it for at least a few more seasons because they already been renewed. Like,
oh man, South Park's not going nowhere. It's the new Simpsons, man.
Yeah, they're going to keep it going. All right, on to the next story. Call of Duty Modern Warfare is out, and DJ has played.
I'm so satisfied.
I have not, but I will. I will. Hopefully today.
Hopefully we'll see. Don't feel discouraged because everybody else has had I think you could get it the soonest you could have played it was Thursday. So people have been playing it since then. So don't feel discouraged.
Was there early access this time?
Yes.
Early access every time. Pre-ordered. I feel like they changed.
Pre-order is
they changed it a bit this time. I didn't know that people were able to play early.
They were. I think as early as 6 p.m. Thursday.
Oh, okay.
Well,
wow.
6 p.m. our time.
Okay.
Yeah, I think as early as 6 p.m. Thursday. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I'm almost 100% sure that it was definitely early access because I remember our friend. Can I say his name?
I don't
Justin.
care if you say his name.
Justin was asking me if I was gonna be on that night, and I was just like, oh, I don't even have it yet. So yeah, you could definitely have gotten it played it Thursday.
Oh, okay, that's very cool then.
But
actually, that's not. I don't know if that's very cool.
Why not?
I like it. Just it's a nice little money grab. But if people are willing to pay for it, and that's a way that you can support your game,
it's not an extra fee.
It's not an extra fee. You just pay before everybody else does.
Granted, they did have those premium. What's the editor's version, the gold version, all that BS that I'm not fucking paying for. I just want to play the game. I don't need no packages.
Goes up to $100.
Yeah,
like
I don't need all of that. Just give me the game.
Yeah. So if you're not familiar with video games, the way they come out, the base price for most video games, most AAA and AA productions usually are $60 MSRP, and they often have other additions that include slight bonuses. I feel like, the additions used to come with like physical things, like you get a statue or something. Yeah, they do still do, but
I don't know if Modern Warfare did, but I know.
I feel like it doesn't happen nearly as much. You're lucky to get a poster. If you get anything, most of the goods are digital because we are moving to this digital age where cosmetic things in the video games are very important to people, and I think that's basically the only bonuses that came with these additions, with those extra additions, because I read through them when I was getting ready to buy the game, and it was like, it wasn't like a season pass or anything, because they're not doing season passes.
I think I read they weren't doing it anymore.
Yeah, they're not doing season passes. So it was like, you get this weapon, which I think is just I think it's not like a pay to win thing. I don't think the weapon.
Yeah, you still get some of those weapons with just the standard package,
right?
And from what I gathered, when I played with it, was basically you have to level a gun up before you can add certain attachments.
Okay.
Well, with these little things, it just allows you to throw these attachments on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, way before. So it's not. So like you said, it's not pay to win. Just a slight advantage, but it's no more advantage in the motherfuckers who've been playing all Thursday and Friday, and you just getting on Friday night after you get off work.
Right.
So it's no different than that.
Yeah, and then the PlayStation 4 version has so Sony has a deal with Call of Duty. It was Xbox for a long time, that every time a Call of Duty game comes out, you see the ads. It's like play on Xbox or better on Xbox, whatever. Now it's PlayStation. It's been PlayStation for the past 3 or 4 years. And this time with the bonuses, you usually get a bonus on the console, and usually it's I think it's been like a map or something, like a whole extra map that you can only play on, which is only a multiplayer thing. And I think people just aren't willing to give up that much now. Like it's a big controversial thing to do those kinds of things because of the microtransaction situation. Everybody wants to be able to have cross-play as well.
Oh, yeah.
And when you do things like that, like sell maps separately or only have it for certain consoles,
you would have to buy it twice.
Yeah. Well, in this situation, you just
Well, yeah, you don't have to do it. I'm just saying you would have.
Yeah, if you would have had to buy it. But now this is the first Call of Duty game ever to have crossplay for the multiplayer, correct? Because you can play with PC, Xbox, and PS4 and well, I guess that's it.
Ooh, I hope ain't nobody on there from Switch.
Yeah, I don't think it's I don't believe it's coming to Switch.
Every other Call of Duty
it's not
on Switch, but I don't think this one is.
Yeah, but, this one is not on Switch at least yet.
It's nuts. Another thing, the maps, man, the maps are great. It's a map on there, but it's a direct. I say direct, but it's the map that one of the maps they have is in the same area they used on that game Dying Light.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I also think that's mostly just because of the location they use. Because I want to say Dying Light takes place in like Israel or something like that. I can't remember. It came out like around the time PlayStation 4 originally came out, so I can't recall exactly. But it takes place somewhere over there. So I'm guessing they probably just used the area. But man, like even like ambulance placements, biohazard areas, straight out of Dying Light. I was just like, man, did they do that on purpose?
Wow.
I'm pretty sure they did. But I don't know if Activision owns the company that made Dying Light, which I don't think they do. But either way, I thought it was real cool. And just the levels in general, you can climb on just about anything, run on just about anything.
Yeah.
Which makes people a lot more campy. But it's Call of Duty. They're always going to camp. For camping is when you do stuff like hide in the corner, wait for somebody to walk by, and shoot them in the back. So, or whatever. But yeah, so, which... Justin was complaining about that a lot last night. Like, they always camp. Like, save it. Just kill them.
Yeah.
But it definitely makes things a lot more... I would say it makes things a little more realistic because, let's face it, if it was urban warfare, people be hiding all through the windows and whatnot. So
yeah. And I thoroughly enjoyed the realistic mode when we played during the beta.
I'm not going to say I thoroughly enjoyed it. I like the way it played, but I didn't like the way I played.
That's the only way I was ever able to get kills. Like, I was like, man, I can actually sneak up on people and stuff because, you know, they really, if they can't see me or they can't.
That's another thing. They increased the sound, the sound quality. So you remember when you played Fortnite, you used to always complain about you can't tell where the footsteps are coming from.
Yeah,
you can tell.
Okay,
you can tell because I've been playing free fall mostly, and I be walking along, minding my own business. I hear some doo. As soon as I turn around, somebody come through the doorway. I already heard them coming.
Yeah,
man, that thing is good. That thing comes in handy.
Did you happen to play the any special ops?
No, I didn't play any special ops or any campaign. I said I was, but I was just so into the multiplayer, I never got to it.
Okay, well, because back to what I was saying before about the PS4 version having something extra, it is a part of the special ops mode. It's not the complete special ops. The special ops are available on all the consoles and PC, but PlayStation 4 has survival mode.
I did see that in the download, but I didn't see it on the menu. Is it part of special ops?
It's part of special ops.
Okay, that's why I didn't see it.
And that's the only thing the PlayStation 4 version has extra. So, like I was saying before,
I used to like survival mode on the all the other Modern Warfares, the original ones. I think it was 3 specifically I really liked.
I never played it. I didn't play
survival mode.
I haven't played Black Ops 4 was like the first Modern Warfare I had played. Well, the first Call of Duty game I played since Modern Warfare 3.
It's been a minute for you.
Yeah. So that was my first time jumping back into Call of Duty. And it's fun. It's like Destiny. I have fun when I start playing it, but then as soon as I stop, like, I'm not even thinking about it anymore. But I am going to try to play this one more, and Yeah. I think I'm going to get into this one because during the beta, I've had some of the most in that little bit of time that I played. I had the most fun I've ever had playing Call of Duty. So
it was great. It was great.
This is good, and I'm never going to finish this thing I'm saying about the PS4 version having the extra survival mode. So that's the only thing it has extra as opposed to the other consoles. But people were complaining about it because the exclusivity range, which is usually with that kind of stuff, it's like a few months. This is a whole year.
Ooh.
This is a whole year. And you know what that means. In another year, there's going to be another Call of Duty game. So if survival mode in the special ops is something that you're interested in, you may as well forget about it if you're an avid Call of Duty player, because you're going to be getting the next Call of Duty.
Yeah.
You're probably not going to go back.
No.
You're probably not going to go back to play. Oh, the survival mode and special ops is finally here now. Let's play. No, well, new Call of Duty is out, so I guess I'll play that later. Never make it back to it.
Well, I'm probably gonna hold on to this one for a while because I like Black Ops 4, but man, I really love this one. I really like
that's good. And you haven't even played the story mode yet. So
no, which I was looking forward to the story mode, but I just got so caught up in the multiplayer.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm most interested in. I'm really ready to dig into that.
They still got split screen, so we'll probably be able to play together if we can.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully we can get that set up, and I want to try to record some footage, and maybe we can put it on this YouTube, on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say on that?
Not in particular, no.
All right. And then it's also been reported that it is crashing on Xbox One X's. The best console.
PlayStation wins again.
The best console in the world, Xbox One X.
What the hell?
No, but seriously though, it is the most powerful console. It really is on paper. It just has more horsepower, and you can do more on there. And the people who play it, I can't talk about it like that because I haven't played Xbox One on an Xbox One X. But the people who have both generally say that the multi-platform games that come out look better and not necessarily play better, but they definitely look better on the Xbox One X.
Oh, okay. Well, didn't know that.
But the problems they're having don't seem to be linked to the hardware itself, but it's server issues. So on launch days, you usually have server issues where
some amount of people are on.
Yeah, when a bunch of people jump into the game as soon as it comes out, and there's just not enough room on the server to serve these people. And so some people can't log in because of that. And it's usually only for a few hours, or it may even be a day or so, but it calms down over time because the casual people just jumped in to it when it first came out, and they're
gotta go back to work.
Yeah. They can't keep playing, so they stop playing, and then that leaves room for everybody else who can play. And what companies do is they don't, because what they could do is buy server space, create server space for this huge number of people that is going to be jumping into their game, which will cost them a lot more money, and they could not they could possibly not have issues at launch at all, but it's just not worth it when in a couple days, or maybe even significantly less time, it's not going to be an issue. You just save that money because you're not going to need these servers this whole time. So that's the only issue going on with that. It's not a big deal for anybody seeing that. I'm quite sure the game is going to be running fine on Xbox One X consoles.
It's probably, how old is that? Was that? It's probably running fine now. Actually, it's Sunday.
Yeah, I think the actual story came out 2 days ago when it first launched. It's probably already done. It just, when I typed in Call of Duty, that was the first thing that came up, and I was like, what? Yeah, but it's probably already resolved.
That's good for them, because we didn't have that problem.
Yeah. On the other news, Watchmen came out on HBO. It's a new Watchmen series that has been reinvented. It follows a time after the events that happen in the graphic novel, but it is a completely new story in itself.
And also takes place after the movie too, right?
Yeah, and it takes place after the movie. It's semantics, because if you've read the graphic novel and seen the movie, which in my graphic novel book club, we read the graphic novel and then we all got together and sat and watched the movie, even though we had all already seen it, but now we're watching it fresh after we just got through reading the graphic novel, and it's like, man, this is almost panel for panel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's good and very rare.
A lot of it is the same, and I would say there are a few tweaks that are like, why would you do that? But it's not worse than the graphic novel, but it's just it's different. It's like, oh, but for the most part, the changes that they do make made it flow better, because it's a very old story. It's from 85, or at least that was the year it was in the graphic novel. It was 1985, and it was pretty. I liked the movie. It had.
I had to watch it a couple times back when it was new because I wasn't really feeling it the first time.
Yeah,
but I feel like I didn't really give it a good chance.
Yeah,
and not to mention, I was thinking it was about the Watchmen from Marvel.
Oh, are there Watchmen in Marvel?
Yeah, they basically watch over the Marvel universe.
Oh,
they kind of like God. The character Galactus, the Watchmen created Galactus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, technically by accident, but they created him nonetheless. So yeah, I was thinking it was about that, and
so
when I saw it, I was just like, what? That's not what I wanted. But it was a great movie though. But like I said, I didn't know how it compared to the graphic novel. Those things almost never go hand in hand. Book, novel, whatever.
I completely understand that. Then, if you came in expecting a completely different kind of movie and you got that, but the show, HBO,
man,
does it again.
They didn't pull no punches, man.
Yeah,
that thing was great, especially that.
Spoiler alert! We may be spoiling a few things about the show. I don't want to take it too far, but yeah.
Well, there's this one shootout scene, and man, that thing it was epic. They were, well, we already said spoiler alert, but they shooting up the cows. They just completely tearing up the whole area. Man, that job was good, and that's all I'm gonna say about it. But yeah, that thing was great.
Yeah, and there is there's a very dark dystopian tone to the whole show. This is a story about, or at least it seems so far, where police officers have reason to need to conceal their identity.
Right, yeah.
And that's I think that's all I want to say about that. I really want people to watch this show and enjoy it and be surprised, because it went a completely different way than I expected it to.
Same here. Starring Regina King.
Yes.
Which I haven't seen her in anything in a while.
Yeah, I hadn't either. There was
ever since Boondocks ended.
Yeah, I feel like there was a Netflix series or something she was in. So many seconds or something. It was. At least I think that was Regina King, but I hadn't seen her.
I might have missed that one.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm not gonna lie. Depending on what kind of genre it is, depends on whether or not I'm even gonna bother with it at all. Unless somebody just says, "Hey, you really got to see this movie," I'm probably not gonna watch it.
Yeah. Well, I think overall, I just want to say that it is very good.
It is, man. It was great. And
if you didn't like the film, even, you will probably like this. This is something different. This is
like a cop drama. It
is a cop drama.
It's nothing.
In fact,
has nothing to do with, like, if you're not into superheroes and all that stuff. This wouldn't bother you at all, because this has nothing to do with that. I mean, in comparison to other superhero shows, and movies. But yeah, this mostly takes place with the cops.
Yeah,
like after all of this,
and Regina King is pretty much a vigilante, even though she's she.
Well, yeah, all the cops are vigilantes. Yeah,
she is a cop. Yeah, basically. But so everybody should check that out. And also, My Name is Dolemite came out, or Dolemite is My Name. Excuse me.
Dolemite is my name, and can I say that?
You can.
Dolemite is my name, and fucking up motherfuckers is my game.
Yeah, this is Eddie Murphy playing the guy's name is Rudy Ray.
Rudy Ray.
Who is a comedian who developed the character of Dolemite, and it's a biopic. It goes through the way that he developed the character and eventually went on to make the Dolemite movie, which is infamous for all kinds of reasons.
All right. So you watched it?
Yeah, I watched it. I watched it as soon as it went off. Me and Tiffany were watching that movie, and every time they were referencing the Dolemite movie, because it shows them creating it, and we see all these scenes, and I'm like, that looks awesome. I would like to see that. Where can I see this? And I looked it up while we were still watching the movie, and it's on Prime. It's on Prime.
It's on Amazon
Video.
Prime.
Yeah, for free. It included with your Amazon Prime subscription.
Is it remastered?
It is remastered.
Okay, good, because I was worried about that. But at the end of My Name is Dolemite, he showed some clips from the action movie, and I'm just like, man, those clips look crisp. I'm like, they must have remastered it or something. So okay, so it makes sense for it to have a remastered version, because I wanted to see it too, but I didn't want to see it if it wasn't remastered. So.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
It's check it out too, because I remember seeing it when I was little.
I couldn't believe how good it looked. I'm like, this is the bad. This is the bad movie that came out. I was like, this
remastered
looks pretty good,
thing, man. Their remaster stuff is amazing.
Yeah, but Eddie Murphy did a wonderful job in the film. Also,
Everybody's in it.
Yeah, surprising. I guess you would call them cameos.
Yeah.
From Snoop Dogg, Chris Rock.
Especially Chris Rock. I knew Snoop was going to be in it. I did not know
Chris Rock very much surprised me. And his character ended up being like pretty influential.
Yeah, he pretty much saved the movie.
Yeah. Saved the movie being distributed the way it was distributed. And of course, Wesley Snipes, who had a pretty major role. That wasn't a cameo. I almost couldn't recognize him the way he was acting. It was great.
Definitely. I was like, man, I can't see Wesley Snipes doing this. But the more you watch him, you lose the idea that it's Wesley Snipes, Blade.
Because he is one of those actors that when you see them as who they are rather than the character that they're playing.
Yep.
Because of that presence that they built up over years. And I completely lost Wesley Snipes in this. I was like, man,
T.I.'s in it too. T.I. is also in it.
What?
He was the black film producer that he went to go see, and he was just like, oh, we trying to get away from that kind of stuff.
I did not even realize that.
Yeah, that was T.I.
With that said, when there was a scene where he approached Wesley Snipes' character in a bar when we first see him. I didn't realize that was Wesley Snipes. I didn't at all. But he was wearing like a hat or something.
One of them old school hats.
Yeah, but then when they showed him later, I was like, that's Wesley. Okay. I see
that fake mustache.
Yeah. I thought it worked. It
did work.
A lot of stuff worked in that film. Netflix is bringing it with these movies. They are getting very serious about this stuff. They put money into this stuff, or
but
how
long can they last? There's a lot of talk about them about to go bankrupt, man.
You know that the streaming wars are coming, or really already going on.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's gonna be a lot of people losing. I hope Netflix isn't one of them, because let's face it, I'm not paying for all this crap.
Yeah.
Like, cable's pretty much dead at this point. Cable and satellite TV is pretty much dead at this point. It's definitely dead for me, at least.
Yeah.
But I don't want to replace my cable prices with streaming service prices. Nah, I don't want to do that. Like, I got to pay this, got to pay that, got to pay this, got to pay that.
Yeah, and
that's why I'm ready for Disney Plus. True. They about to have everything under their little umbrella, and that's one-stop shop kind of thing going.
Yeah, they're gonna have a lot of stuff.
That and Netflix gonna be my thing.
They're gonna have a lot of stuff because they have Hulu under their belt.
They have Hulu. Is it Discovery Channel, National Geographic? One of them, I think it's National Geographic. They have that. They have the Marvel stuff. They have the Fox stuff.
Yeah, they got it with the Marvel stuff and exclusive Marvel TV shows.
And the Fox stuff brings ESPN.
Yes.
So, man, that's a lot. You pretty much sold 90% of the guys on the ESPN part.
Right. Yeah, because they're going to offer a tier where you can have Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN. I think
they already said it's like $15 a month.
Yeah, it's very affordable. Well, yeah, it's basically the main Netflix price, the HD tier of Netflix.
Yeah,
because there is like a not 70, but $7.99 version of Netflix that's
minus HD.
Yep, standard edition.
Not watching stuff in HD.
I think
somebody's nana.
I think my grandfather, in fact. Yeah, I think so. But it came with his DirecTV service.
You know what I did hear? DirecTV was doing that now.
Yeah, so he gets Netflix with that, but it's standard Netflix, and it's like I was using his Netflix at first. I quickly noticed that, and I was like, "Wait a minute!
Wait, does he have a standard TV?"
No, he has a 4K TV in the.
How can he? I know that y'all look bad. I know it looks bad.
Yeah, well, it's in the den area but I think that's where he mostly watches television. So I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't look terrible. I'm
gonna have to take your word for
it. It looks.
And you a sticker.
I'm picky. I'm very picky. So
if it don't look bad to you, then it must be bearable.
For me, it is dramatic. It is a drastic difference, but it's not as bad as it seems.
Okay. Well, that's good.
Because I believe I'm trying to think of whether it's up to 720p or it's standard. Like just 480p. I want to say 480p
is not bad.
I want to say it's 720p though. I think that it is, but then if you say that, you wouldn't be calling it HD the next level. So I guess it is 480p.
And because I'm thinking about when my dad got his 4K TV and we're watching Stranger Things. Man, you can see the makeup on people's faces, and
it doesn't look that good.
It looks too good.
Yeah,
it looks too good. You're not supposed to see
that. Doesn't look good.
Nah, you're not supposed to see that much. And then they talking about 5K now. Nah,
8K.
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 They get the hell out of here. They're not
8K. That's what they're boasting on these on the next console generation. Is 8K.
We just got 4K. Y'all trying to go to 8?
but it's not going to happen because
because it's by the time people start making, because they've been selling 4K TVs for a while now, but it's mostly just recently within the last couple of years
now they're
actually able to get a lot of stuff in 4K.
Yeah,
nobody was making 4K. Stuff like
that. Still even.
It's still hard to get 4K stuff.
Yeah, for like TV and stuff. Nothing. I don't think anything really is being like sent out in 4K.
I know you can get 4K Netflix.
Yes.
All of which I learned from my dad getting his 4K setup.
But even with that, most of the things on Netflix are not in 4K because I paid.
Like Stranger Things was one of the few things that was.
Yeah, most things are HDR, but they are not 4K.
Right.
They only have a few shows. I think they're making most of their original content, trying to make it 4K, but for the most part, all I've seen is HDR. Which for a lot of people may even be more important than 4K because lighting and color, it just makes so much of a difference than more pixels.
Oh yeah,
it really does. Yeah, I mean you see it in everything, even like phone cameras and stuff now. It's not the pixel density that's changing with like the way you take pictures. It's the lighting. It's the lighting and color effects that you get, because if on a lot of the mainline phones and stuff come with the same sensor. So even though your phone has the same sensor, it's like the software and everything doing all the work. So even though like my phone is a 48 megapixel sensor, it doesn't matter. You are better off using the 12 megapixel setting on the camera than you are with the 48 megapixel, because you just lose you lose all kind of definition in things.
Right.
So most people just use it on the standard setting. In fact, it comes like that. It's already dropped down for you. It's just like, we have all this, but you know, if you want to use it, you can use it, but you're not really getting anything out of it.
Just needlessly perfectionism.
Yeah. But Watchmen is good. Dolemite is my name is good. And the streaming wars are coming. But we'll have to talk about it next time, because this is the main issues where we try to talk about some main issues until we eventually just
succumb to our nerdiness.
Yep. And I think I like that. I like.
We're gonna hold on to that. We're gonna be ourselves for as long as we can.
Yes.
Unless somebody come with some persuasiveness, we're gonna stay this way.
Don't say that. We'll cut that out in post. Anyway, I think we'll get out of here. Everybody remember to like, subscribe, share, comment, review, anything, whatever way there is possible. The show that you like this, that you mess with us, that you want this show to continue. We very much appreciate it. It is very important to us and the growth of this show. And we thank you in advance. We'll see you next time.
Peace.